everybody, welcome to the stream. Apparently the app on my phone needed an update, so I don't know why it didn't update before, and I don't know why it needs so many updates, because I just updated it last week and it needed an update this week, and it's just like, anyway, but so I got my journal right here, and I'm gonna read. I'm gonna try to read from it. We got like 7 chapters. They're pretty quick, but the reason why they're so quick is because they're like, I mean, they still explain a lot, but it's pretty quick. When I was at my job, I was writing this. I was writing this to the best of my knowledge, but it was kind of accurately spot on. So let me see, chapter 1, then chapter 2 right here, and 3 takes a whole passage. So I could stop at chapter 3 really, and then chapter 4. I don't know what he's so embarrassed about. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start. So like, our story begins with the pioneer and the founder of Stogan Genesis, Jack Stogan Sr. Let me turn this down right quick because I hear myself in echo. Okay, chapter 1, the new guy. Jack Stogan, his name at the time, was the new guy in the neighborhood. He started off with an empty lot and 20,000 simoleons. And with 20,000 simoleons, he built his house the way he dreamt it would look like. After it was built, Stogan threw a house party that was unforgettable. He really was a party animal, so much of a party animal that he got the attention of a young lady named Summer Holiday. And yes, she's of the famous holidays. Summer Holiday was a smart, quirky, fun-loving, adventurous young lady who had a knack for exploring and wild partying life. After the amazing party that Stogan threw, Holiday wanted to spend more time with Stogan, and Stogan wanted to spend more time with her. So this meaning that they were dating, of course. So as the months and seasons changed, lifestyles changed too. Stogan pursued his dream of becoming an entertainer with the help of his girlfriend. Everything was going smooth until one date at the gym. Summer Holiday spent the entire time moaning and groaning while exercising. So after a few minutes of exercising, Jack went to the restroom, and Summer decided to show her true side. Ooh. She began flirting with a man named Bob Pancakes. This man. Jack was a little furious, but he confronted Summer and Bob. Turns out that Bob Pancakes is the heir to the famous Pancakes mansion, and Summer used to have a fling with him. Summer still had feelings for Bob, and Jack sensed it. So he and Summer agreed to just be friends. Yeah. So, for those who didn't know, let me go ahead and show you guys right quick who Bob Pancakes is. It's really crazy. Small world. So, okay, so Bob Pancakes is the father of Reuben Pancakes. So, you know, Jack had some history with the pancakes, so he already know. Like he knew from the heads up, but he was like, he wanted them to stay away from the pancakes as much as possible. But what happened? Kimberly ended up finding him, and but I'm pretty sure they made amends before he passed away. So, well, Jack and Bob didn't make amends, cause yeah. But okay, let's go ahead. Chapter 2, New Love. Time went on, and Jack went on a morning jog when he stumbled into a beautiful woman named Liberty Lee. Liberty was new to the neighborhood and liked the conversation that she had with him. They began dating and went on multiple dates. Soon after, Jack and Liberty got married. After the marriage, Jack and Liberty decided to work on to work and save up to expand on the house. The goal was to add on 2 rooms to the house, and it was completed. After expanding on the house, Jack and Liberty went out to eat and have fun. They came back home and they had a wonderful night. We already know what that means. Okay. So, Jack didn't really waste much time, just time moved on and Jack moved on as well. He couldn't really be mad at, Summer, because Summer really, it was kind of messed up how it happened. But, if something like that were to happen to me in real life, it's slick kind of did, but I can't really let my emotions get the best of me. But, so it's just, it's really good that Jack knows how to move on. And then he went around and found another lady. Not saying that he was like looking for a rebound, because, much time has passed from that. But, So let's move on to chapter 3. New beginnings and expanding the family. Jack and Liberty's life became Okay, first off, can you hear me perfectly? I think it's a train finna come by. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. But we live by a train track. Okay, so I'm gonna try to read this right quick because that train might come by and knock off the signal again. But so Jack and Liberty's life became filled with joy when Liberty told Jack the good news. They were joyful with a little bun in the oven. Liberty gave birth to the firstborn of the second generation of the Stogan Empire, a baby boy named Alexander, or Alex for short. So Alex was different from any other babies. He didn't really cry as much unless he really wants or needed something. After about a year, Liberty gave birth to the second-born child named Ronald. His name for short is Ron. Ron is the brains of the family. He loves to read and write, and he was very skillful with writing as well as he got older. So another year later, Liberty and Jack had twins. Their names were Kimberly and Matthew, or Matt for short. So about the twins, twins are really close like this. So at a certain time, all 4 children spent more time with each other. It was like they all became best friends. It pleased Jack and Liberty to see that their children were getting along with each other. Even in their teenage years, they had no issues with one another. It was nothing but love in the Stogan household. I really love chapter 3 because not just because of the obvious reasons, because they had children, but because reading it reminds me of how my siblings were. We may have had a little tussle here and there, but it wasn't like extremely huge, like to the point where we distance each other away and stuff. But in The Sims, they really did. All of them really grew up with each other. They all really loved each other, and they all included each other in everything. So Matt and Kimberly are musically inclined, so they play the violin, and they all love it. They all support one another. Alex loved art, so he loved drawing. He loved doing he loved drawing shapes. He loved drawing cars. He loved drawing a whole lot of stuff, and his siblings supported him. Matt loved to read. He would read to them. He would read bedtime stories to them as well. He would just read, and he was a really good poet too. So and it's really good. So, I think we got enough time. Let me see. I think we have enough time for chapter 4. It may be a little bit longer. Can you guys hear me? Just making sure, because the train just rolled by. Okay, cool. Okay, chapter 4, Love is in the Air. As time's era moves forward, the second generation of the Stogan Empire are going through changes. Big Mouth reference. They're becoming teenagers and becoming of age. Everyone is witnessing feelings that are very new to them. Okay. The new feelings of love and affection for other people, other than family. Alex developed feelings for a sweet, quiet, shy young lady named Lillian Goth. She was the daughter of Cassandra Goth of the famous Goth legacy. It came a time where Alex and Lillian went on their first date. Alex and Lillian had an amazing date and ended it with a heartwarming kiss. Watching them grow into the relationship was a very amazing sight to see. There was another love story brewing that involved Ron and his elementary school sweetheart, Bianca Greco. Bianca is the daughter of Jack's old neighbor named Jean Greco. It's Jean, not Jean, but Jean Greco. She was a shy, nerdy kid. Well, okay, let me read that again so you guys won't get confused. Bianca is the daughter of Jack's old neighbor, Jean Greco. She was a shy, nerdy kid who was very smart. She was everyone's childhood friend, Ron, Matt, and Kimberly. But she really enjoyed spending time with Ronald even more. So much more, in fact, that she would come over to spend the night. When they became teens, they went out on multiple dates, and after date 47, Ronald asked Bianca to be his girlfriend. Without hesitation, Bianca said yes. Later on, I skipped on ahead a little bit. So later on, they got married and they had 3 children, all boys. They plan on having one more and hope it would be a daughter, but pregnancy is unpredictable. Pregnancy is unpredictable. Time marched on and we follow Matt. Matt was so focused on becoming an owner of a two-story mansion, but he also felt alone. He had a fair share of dating people, but they only liked him for his money. So Matt decided to focus on his goals instead, but it wasn't long until Matt finally met someone. He met a woman named Christy. Christy had the same goal as Matt and fell deeply in love with him. After a lot of dating, Matt and Christy got married. Christy already had 3 children from a previous marriage, but they wanted to have another boy. They have 2 girls and 1 boy. That's not right. Had a girl and 2 boys. My bad. I'm sorry. So, Matt also had a child from a previous relationship. A woman named Gwendolyn Kellogg had his son named Sage. Matt is working on his relationship with his son Sage. Oh snap. Okay, I didn't get the rest of I didn't get the rest of chapter 4, but basically Matt is working on trying to get his son to live with him and his family. So it's like a little bit of a tussle. It's kind of hard to, for those who, well, me having a biological father and a stepfather, I don't like saying step because that's a separation, especially since he's been there all my life. My whole family, but anyway, so it's nothing compared to that, but it's like Matt is actually trying to get his son with him. Gwendolyn doesn't really have a good household. She has nobody else there to take care of the baby. And then she doesn't really, I don't know what to say, but at the same time, it's like she doesn't really have a house, per se. So it's like the house that she stays in is not really, I don't know. I gotta see it again, but I should have added Kimberly on here too but I had wrote this before the whole Kimberly marriage thing, and I think I added on. No, I didn't add on. I know what to add on. I know what to add on next. So anyway, so chapter 5. Chapter 5 is gonna be really sad, you guys. So yeah. Chapter 5, Death is Cruel, Part 1. As we move on in life, we find out that there is a yin and yang balance in everything: fire and water, earth and wind, and life and death. As good as life is for everyone has a time that they must leave the Sims world. Whether you're young or old, sadly it's unpredictable. After a beautiful day at the park, Alexander and his beautiful girlfriend Lillian came home to the Stogan Genesis to spend one more time with each other, with the family. As they were getting into the house, Alex decided to look in the family telescope to see the stars, only to see an undodgeable meteorite hurling towards him. It struck him. Somebody's texting me. I gotta respond to that later. Telescope to see the stars, only to see an undodgeable meteorite hurling towards him. It struck him, killing him instantly. Lillian ran to see what the noise was and was devastated to see that the love of her life was killed. This devastated the entire family, especially Liberty and Lillian. Alex was Lillian's first love. She loved him so much. Man, so it was wild. It really hurt me because, you know, that was like, okay, I'm speaking IRL right now, in real life. I'm speaking right now. I know it's just a game, but still, that was a deep connection because, you know, seeing him grow up and he get into, you know, he has a nice young lady. That happened, and I really felt bad for Lillian because, you know, this whole entire time, like even now, this whole entire time, she's all grown up and there's nothing. She hasn't really talked to anybody else. She's still grieving from Alex. She's not dating anybody. She's not seeing anybody, and it's just really sad, you know. That reminds me of my cousin. Her boyfriend, you know, that was her fiance. She really loved him, and he got into a horrible car accident. She was really butthurt, and, you know, I really felt bad because I couldn't do my part. I couldn't go over there. You know, I couldn't go over there and comfort her because, you know, she has really been going through it. She didn't really want to talk to anybody as much. So, but I'm just glad that she's doing okay now. But anyway, yeah, it was just sad, y'all. It was really sad. So, chapter 6, where I decided to explain a little bit. I'll say a little bit because it's like such a short chapter. So, chapter 6, Alex and Lillian's love story. As we know, Alexander Stogan and Lillian Goth were inseparable. They loved each other so much. Their hearts were intertwined, and there was no one on the earth who could separate them. Considering the fact that Lillian grew up after a few months after Alex. Lillian Lillian was older than Alex, but Alex didn't mind. He loved her unconditionally as she loved him for the same. This bond could not be broken, for even the death of Alex didn't make her move on. Lillian was devastated that Alex was killed by a meteorite, but she still loves him and misses him. Lillian never moved on after this loss. She was never the same. But with the tender love and care from Jack and Liberty, Lillian got out of depression. She's still loved by today, but she wasn't depressed as before. So, despite what happened to Alex, it didn't she didn't get deeply into her depression. So Jack and Liberty they comfort her. They comforted her. I was trying to say it right. I'm sorry. They showed much comfort for her and let her know that, you don't have to be married to be a part of our family. You've always been a part of our family. They opened their arms and, accepted her still, which was good. So then the siblings, they treat her like an actual member of the family, which is good. And that's really sweet. So chapter 7, this is the last chapter for right now. When I get the chance to, I'm gonna add on more because we have a whole lot more to add on. So, chapter 7, the end of the first generation. As stated before, life is a beautiful thing, but as good as it is, it must come to an end. We move on a few years to the future, and every one of the children are all grown up except for Alex II. So that's the second baby, who was the child at this time. Liberty and Jack just came home from a wonderful and successful date night. Liberty was preparing dinner for Alex II and Jack Jr. Jack Sr. was about to get in the tub, but suddenly he collapsed and was unresponsive. He was discovered by Liberty, who saw him unresponsive. She cried as she saw his lifeless body on the ground. Jack Jr., Alex II, and Kimberly came to see their father motionless. Kimberly broke down. Alex cried. Jack couldn't do anything but weep. Jack Stogan Sr. had passed away, and everyone had just mourned, I was kind of sad writing this too, so I didn't really get a chance to finish completely. So I have a whole lot more to add on to this because Liberty passed too, so shortly, not within the same day, but a different month. So it was like the end of June when he passed, and then early of July when she passed away of this year. It was really sad, y'all. It was like I told myself, I said, man, I really am gonna cry if they when they pass, when they die. And I didn't cry, but I got really sad. I didn't play the game as much, because it was just I did everything I could. I know I could do cheat codes, but I really just wanted to keep playing the game and just play it out. So we do have a lot more to write. So when I can do that, I will. So as of right now, that's it for the journal. I am gonna try to play a little bit because we usually, the new schedule that I'm gonna try to have up. So we're gonna play wrestling. So we're gonna play WWE 2K23. We're gonna play it Mondays, then Thursdays, and then Fridays. Cause I finally got a chance to update the roster and got a chance to update everything. So yeah, I'm gonna try to play it. If it start freezing up or something like that, just let me know in the comments and stuff. But let's go ahead and try to play, because I don't know what's going on. Okay, so as we see, we last left off where, okay, Ruben was upset about something and he just kicked the trash can over for no apparent reason. He could have just blown off some steam with the beanbag, but as you see, he's happy now. He just has some very satisfying woohoo. Then you got Alexander. He was embarrassed about something. I forgot what he did. Oh, he wet his pants. Yeah, he peed himself. Now his girlfriend is here. Then we got Kimberly. We got Kimberly over here. She's about to get in the shower, but oh God, did she pee herself too? Yeah, she did. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we got that. Then we have little baby Sydney over here.